Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rox with a little talk about what's at the top of the blog, so let's get to it. Alright you guys, I had my notes all written out and everything, and then when I got in the car I heard a little tail end of a story on the radio about somebody that's on a killing spree in Los Angeles. So I was like, let me Google this. So I just read it just now on my phone, okay? But evidently, y'all in Los Angeles out there, and actually California and Nevada, I think y'all better be careful. There's a gentleman by the name of Christopher Dorner, and Mr. Dorner was fired from being a Los Angeles police officer back in 2008. He was kind of feeling like he, was unfairly fired, and he has now decided after, I guess, 5 years that he is now going to exact his revenge on everybody that he feels has wronged him. As a matter of fact, what he wrote was, I will bring unconventional and asymmetrical warfare upon those who have wronged me, or something like that. And I was like, okay, yeah, he sounds like he might be just a little bit crazy. So the guy, evidently he went on Facebook and went online somewhere and just, basically said that he was going to go and kill everybody that was involved in him getting fired. So yeah, he's killed some of the kids of the captain, or the daughter and the fiance or something, you guys. I don't really know what it is, but yeah, I think they're just expecting him to just go around shooting up a whole bunch of police officers. They say that he has a house in Las Vegas as well, so that's why Nevada is on alert, as well as Los Angeles County. But yeah, you guys be careful out there. I'm sure that everybody is probably on edge, and ain't nothing worse than having a whole bunch of police officers on edge. It's like everybody is going to be, kind of watching everybody, and we don't need no tempers to get short, and no patience to get spent and all of that. So yes, it's a bad time in LA right now until they find this guy. I just wanted to let you guys know to be careful out in Los Angeles, and yeah, keep your eyes open for Mr. Dorner. Have to talk about the Super Bowl. I know I'm late. I know everybody already did their halftime shows and talked about the Super Bowl and everything. Y'all just act like this Monday, okay? So the Super Bowl, you guys know that I am not into football. I could really care less. My family, we're all from the West Coast. We're all from California, so my family was going for San Francisco 49ers. It didn't really matter to me. I like the little man that do the little dance on the other end, for the Ravens. What's his name? The one that's real religious and all that. What is his name? Ray. My friend would be so upset if I didn't remember his name. She just loves him. I like the Ray Lewis boy, and yeah, it was entertaining enough. Now, let's just kind of start from the beginning. I was all set to watch the Super Bowl, and then all of a sudden I got a taste for some damn Nestle chocolate chip mini cookies that you bake in the oven. You guys ever buy those? Oh my god, they are so good. Oh my god. And I had just washed my hair. I looked a hot ass mess. I sure did get my ass up in that car and drive over to Publix and get me some cookies. So I brought it on home, and I got home just in time to see J Hood. Now, nothing, y'all know how I feel about J Hood, all that. She did okay. She was with the Sandy Creek Elementary School choir, and that was touching enough and everything. I understood why they did that. So yeah, that was fine. Alicia Keys, she got on up there, and surprisingly enough, I thought she just did okay. I didn't think that, I thought it was gonna be worse. Okay, that's what I will say. I'm glad she didn't change it up, and I believe she probably didn't change it up because of all of the drama that Beyonce got the week before with the inauguration. So I guess she probably was like, let me sit my ass on down here and play this damn piano and sing this song and call it a day. Speaking of her sitting down, now they upset with her for sitting down. Okay, they telling us that Americans, when they sing the Star Spangled Banner, that it is tradition that you are supposed to stand up. Okay, well, she's playing a fucking piano. Okay, now what do you want her to do? Okay, this ain't Little Richard. We don't stand up and sing and be playing a piano and all this. She got to sit down, y'all. So, I understand this tradition, and I understand that people are very patriotic and have respect for the song and all that, but for real, the lady is playing on a fucking piano. What do you want her to do? Just whatever somebody could find to complain about, they will. Okay, you just cannot please everybody. She did fine enough. You know, she had on her little red dress. It was quite boring. I was really wishing that she had did a little more to herself, but you know, like I said, I think she was ready to just go and get that song sang and get the hell on up out of there. Okay, and I wasn't mad at Alicia, not one bit. Okay, so go on somewhere, Alicia. The game got going, and it was just me and my daughter at home, so we just laid around and watched the game. You know, made our cookies. I had a big old glass of wine, and I was just chilling watching the game. You know, as soon as halftime came up, I was all ready. Y'all know I was ready for Beyonce. Okay, and I thought that Beyonce did really, really well. Okay, I know that with all of the drama that she had with the inauguration, like I said, you know, she really had to bring it. And that girl is good at bringing it, you know, whether or not you like her or not. I mean, I'm not no stan at all. I like Beyonce. I think she was doing the most. She was over the top. She had the faces going. She was stomping a lot. She was moving. She was doing the extra. My friends always tell me I be doing too much when I dance. They was like, girl, you always got to put just a little bit extra on the dance floor. That's how Beyonce was. Okay, she was just putting the extra stank on the end just so she could prove to you guys that she still has it. The big thing was Destiny's Child coming out there joining her, and I thought they looked really, really good. I thought Kelly looked beautiful. I thought Michelle really looked well. I think that Michelle even put on a few pounds, because that girl has always been like stick thin, just so teeny tiny little eeny meeny miny bitty tiny weeny eeny beansy little child. She done picked up a little weight, still not as thick as Beyonce and Kelly, obviously. And they got on out there, and you know, I was touched to see them together again. I was just like, oh, look at them all together, you know. So Kelly and Michelle, they go on and lend they, you know, talents to single ladies. And it's ironic that Beyonce is no longer single, but so that's why it was kind of good that she had them on there singing with her. And you know, they tried to piddle pat on through that damn choreography. You guys know the choreography is pretty extensive for that. And that poor little Michelle. Now y'all listen, I do like Michelle, okay, and I love Kelly, but y'all know that they just don't really have the voice that Beyonce has. Now, the big discussion is whether or not if Mike was at 100 and the rest of them wasn't. Okay, so she was singing her part and it was nice and loud, and then you got Kelly on there, and then she did her little part, and it kind of sounded like something, and then it was and then it was Michelle's part, and she was like, I was like, what? I said, what? I can't hear you, Michelle. That child, but you guys know she's always had a very small and delicate voice. It's nowhere near as strong as even Kelly's. And Kelly doesn't have that. She doesn't have a Beyonce voice. So that's kind of why it sounded like that. It was a whole lot going on, and everybody else just kind of got drowned out. You know, evidently, obviously, Beyonce is used to performing in such big venues like that she knows that she has to really put her voice out there like that. The other two, you know, they haven't been in Destiny Child a long time, and they, you know, even now they're not doing that kind of entertaining no more. So their voice is not geared to that anymore. So I don't really know if I think the mics was turned down. I just think that they just don't have the same voice. But yeah, y'all, they tried to get through that choreography. That Michelle, she was trying to do the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and she was off, and I was like, baby girl, get off that stage. They went on off, and then Beyonce went on back to doing what she had to do. You know, she had to kind of tone it down for them because, like I said, they a little geriatric. It was really good. Okay, you guys, I enjoyed it. And right after she got off stage, and you know, all of everything she had going on, then you know, the Ravens got out there and they did that kick return. Am I saying it right? Because y'all know I don't know football. And that guy was all the way at the other end of the damn stadium, and he ran his ass all the way down to the other end. I was like, well, goddamn, I ain't never seen that except for my son. Y'all, one time my son did something like that. Boy, I'm telling you, talking about I almost had a heart attack out there on that field. I was screaming. I was running with him. I was cutting through all of the people down the way. I was really excited. Yeah, so the Ravens did this long touchdown, and you know, that was all exciting and everything, and all of a sudden I was looking, and then I saw half of the lights go out in the stadium, and I was just like, oh my god, like I was really expecting something to go like boom. Y'all, I know it's bad. My mind automatically went to the negative, and I was just like, okay, I'm thinking that there's some terrorists about to try to blow up the damn New Orleans stadium, whatever it's called. Just turns out that it's an electricity it's a damn electrical blowout. Okay, it just all of a sudden we ain't got no power no more. Okay, and you know, everybody is looking around like, okay, now what is the problem here? When it was stretching out from 5 minutes to 7 minutes to 10 minutes to 12 minutes, I was like, okay, this looks like this is gonna be a little longer. People was getting real antsy down there. You guys saw the damn cheerleaders. They was doing that same cheer, like pushing back, way back, pushing back, way back, pushing back. When they gonna be done? And the coaches was pissed. Okay, specifically the Ravens coach. He was mad as hell. He was down there. He was yelling and fussing at whoever could walk up in front of him, and I didn't really blame him. So I was looking at that, and I said, look, that's the damn electrical director getting his ass chewed out down there on that field. I bet you he went back there with his staff and was just like, excuse me, who the fuck was supposed to be watching the gate? Didn't I tell you guys at the last meeting on Tuesday we could have 4 jumbotrons? 4 jumbotrons, okay? How the fuck she sneak up in here with 175 electrical walls? Do 4 sound like 175? Who was supposed to be watching that fucking gate? Who was supposed to be watching them? Well, Jimmy said that they was energy saving. I don't give a fuck what Jimmy said. Is Jimmy the fucking manager around here? I know one motherfucking thing. Y'all better get your ass up out there and get that shit fixed. And I mean with the quickness, okay? And Jimmy, come over here. Let me talk to you. That shit blew out that whole side over there on the 49ers side. And I think they said that the power was out for like 30-something minutes. And yeah, it did change the flow of the game. The 49ers could thank their lucky stars, okay? That kind of gave them some time to regroup, and when they came back, they was on fire. So it almost cost the Ravens the game. However, the Ravens was still able to pull it out. So yeah, it was a good game. It was very good. They said that this was like the highest watched Super Bowl in like the last 4 years or something like that. I think they said 164.1 million viewers around the world were watching the Super Bowl. So yeah, it was really a highly watched event, just all the way around. Now you guys know what done happened ever since then. Keisha Cole tweeting about Michelle, basically saying that she can't stand Michelle's voice, and you know that it fucks her groove up. Now it was probably what a lot of us was thinking, but the fact that people are peers, and you know, I've told you guys that before. I don't think that people that are in the same type of work should critique each other. Just like I would never critique anybody else that does YouTube videos. Okay, it's just not smart. It opens you up to criticism, and it also makes it look like you're a hater. Okay, and even if you are, you're entitled to your opinion, definitely so. But anytime that you just, you know, if you talk about somebody else and they do the same thing as you, it's just automatically opens you up, okay? People watching what you do. So yeah, Keisha Cole has been dragged through the fucking coals, okay? They done went off on that girl so bad that she just finds herself always having to defend herself on Twitter. Just a couple of days ago, she posted something about, you know, I don't care what you guys say, I'm still getting my money or something, and then posted that she's getting paid $100,000 at a concert that she's gonna be doing. And I was like, girl, $100,000, I'm broke, and even that don't sound like that's a whole lot of money to me, not in the grand scheme of things. I was like, $100,000, really, that ain't a lot. Don't you have to pay your staff? Like, you got to pay the band and your backup singers and your dancers and all of your team, and then what? How much you get? about $5,000? Like, what's we really talking about here? So yeah, Keisha Cole, yeah, that she's having a bad week. You know, it made her look bad. She just probably shouldn't have said it. She shouldn't have said it. She should have kept it to herself. Right after the Super Bowl, Beyonce announced that she's going to have this Mrs. Beyonce Knowles Carter World Tour, and you know, she's across seas first, and then she's coming over to the United States, and she's going to, you know, travel here and go to the all the different little arenas for you guys to get to. Now, I was watching Coco Fem's video yesterday, and she was talking about how she wanted to go on and look and see how much the tickets were, because I guess she was thinking about going up to Gwinnett County to watch Beyonce when she hits Georgia. She said that the tickets, y'all, okay, Stay with me. Tickets in the nosebleed section, from what I understand, is $117. That's the lowest of the lowest ticket that you can buy. That's all the way up. You got to get to your seat bent over like this, and then all the way down to the front of the stadium, where you would be right in front of the stage, standing room only. Those tickets are $1,800. Okay, so you got to range from 117. Was it 117, y'all? No, I'm sorry. It's 171, I believe. You got a range of $171 for the very cheapest ticket to $1,800 for the highest ticket. Okay. You guys know that you ain't really trying to be up at the damn nosebleed seats, okay? And you ain't really trying to be up in the front either. You want to be somewhere around the middle. Y'all knowing that middle section somewhere is about $700. Okay, and Coco said that she was not gonna do that, and I don't fucking blame her. Okay, $700, y'all, for real, for a fucking ticket. Okay, to see Beyonce. What else is she gonna do for me that I got to be paying $700 for a goddamn ticket, y'all? I know one thing. I better see Beyonce. I better see the baby. They better come down to the seat next to me. They better bring some food. We better sit down and chop it up, discuss. Okay, she better give me a couple of outfits from her House of Darion line. Okay, you know, invite me to the house. Really, $700, you guys, is too much money. Really, $171 is too much money. If your fans want to see you, why are you charging them up the ass like that? You know, it's ridiculous. This is not, ain't nobody got that kind of money. Now, I know it's going to be plenty of folks that she going to sell out. Y'all going to this concert. You guys going to continue to make that girl rich, and you're going to be broke trying to do it, okay? So, y'all going to do what you want to do. But I'm just telling you that is ridiculous. Ridiculous that she is charging that much for a fucking concert. Now, it is a whole lot going on. I know she got screens coming up, and, you know, 15 Beyonce's on the floor twirling around next to her and dancing and, you know, doing all of that. But yet and still, I want you guys to understand that once you guys spend that $700, you ain't getting it back. Okay, and the car note still ain't been paid. Okay, that's all I'm trying to tell you, okay? Y'all, this is going to be a long top of the blogs. I know I talked about that Super Bowl a long time, didn't I? Chris Brown. I had said that I was going to stop talking about Chris Brown after this week. I think this is it. Mr. Brown has been caught in a lie. And his lie would be that he did community service in Virginia when he really didn't. Evidently, Mr. Brown was really good friends with the chief of police in Richmond, Virginia. And that gentleman kind of got the paperwork a little bit, you know, he kind of did a little extra on the paperwork and let the people, the LA district attorney know that, yeah, Chris Brown did 202 hours of community service when he really only had to do 180. Okay, so this was like he was really doing it, okay? The DA's office, after looking over the paperwork and kind of, you know, putting two together, shit wasn't lining up, stuff wasn't making no sense. Y'all, I used to work for the DA's office. I actually used to work for the girl who's the DA now. Well, I didn't work directly for her, but I worked under her. So Jackie Lacey, very nice woman, black woman too, very cool woman. Anyway, but yeah, they was looking at it and they was like, you know what, something ain't really right here. Stuff ain't lining up. You know, folks saying that they ain't never seen him, and he was there waxing floors. They ain't never saw him there, this, that, and the other. And they, you know, come to find out, yeah. The paperwork was forged. They said sloppy at best and fraudulent at worst. So we're gonna see what happened. He went to court yesterday with his main girl, Rihanna. Okay, Rihanna was back there supporting him and everything, blowing them kisses and everything. I was like, these two like the new Whitney and Bobby. Y'all remember when Bobby went to jail for hitting Whitney Houston, but she sure was out there waiting for him when he came out, and she went on, jumped on him. She ain't had no damn shoes on. He picked her up. You know, she was sweating and shit. Her hair was all fucked up, and she was hugging him and everything. Y'all know that Whitney dead. I'm not making fun of the dead or nothing. I'm just saying. Y'all remember when Bobby got out of jail for hitting Whitney, don't you? Okay, that's all I'm saying. Chris and Rihanna, you know, they together. Y'all just get over it. You know, I understand that everybody's upset about it, but these two gonna be together, honey. If they want to do what they want to do, just let it be. But we gonna see what happens with Chris in this community service. If the LA County District Attorney has it her way, he will repeat all of his community service hours in Los Angeles. You guys remember that Kanye West, when he was on his Watch the Throne tour with Jay-Z, I guess during his part of the set, he would get out there with a kilt on. And you guys also remember that when they was having the big money raising, the fundraising shows for those people that were displaced and had lost homes and lost everything in the New Jersey storms just a few months ago. Why do I not remember what it was called? What is it called? What's the name of the storm, y'all? I don't. What is the name of it? I can't remember the name at all. It's Hurricane Sandy. Okay, was it what? Anyway, he wore the kilt for that, and he got some flack for that. You know, people were upset that he had the kilt on and all of that. Okay, well, there's a rapper out right now who done made an album talking about Kanye West, feminizing hip hop and just being gay, basically, and just really upset about the fact that he did that. In a surprising turn of events, Kanye West has now decided to go on to all of the online different websites and everything and ask for everybody to take down his pictures of him in his kilt. He doesn't want it out there. Even though he was wearing it strong, he was proud of his kilt and everything. Now he doesn't want the images out there. It's interesting to me. I didn't really think that wearing a kilt is gay, because in different countries they wear kilts like normal. Okay, but we don't wear kilts here. Okay, men don't normally wear skirts. Men don't normally wear kilts, and I just kind of felt like he was doing it just for shock value. And I hate when people do things for shock value. Okay, he just wanted to have something to talk about. And, but now that he's gotten this backlash for it, now all of a sudden he don't want to show it no more. Now, what you gonna do, Kanye? You gonna be wearing skirts and shit, or you not? Okay, now, you done took the pictures, you done did it, you was on stage, that's it. We still remember. We remember, even if you take the damn images down. So that's what's going on with Kanye. KIMYE. Y'all looked at Kim lately. That baby girl is getting some large. I said, boy, that baby is gonna be big. And I'm talking about Kim, not the baby. Her hips are spreading out so wide that she is carrying that baby right across them hips. Okay, you know how they say when you carry a baby low, I think they say that that's usually a boy. It looks like she's gonna have a boy, if you ask me, because honey, she is wide. She look like she gonna be one of them great big ones at the end. Like, damn, I bet you we won't even really see too much of her. She is definitely not gonna be like how Courtney was. I just don't see it. But the big news with that is that they are going to not put their baby on the show. They're not even going to sell the first pictures of the baby because, I guess Kanye and Kim decided that they don't really need the money. Now, we're going to see what Chris got to say about that, because I know Chris was already, she was already bartering, trying to figure out who was going to be paying big money for that picture. But Kanye has put a stop to it, evidently. And Kim has agreed that, they're not going to exploit their baby like that. So that's as of today. Okay, now we're going to see what happens in the future. But as of today, we won't be seeing little baby KIMYE no time soon. You guys remember Santino Kemp? Do you guys remember who he is? He is one of the 5 gentlemen who sued Eddie Long for molestation, and taking advantage of them when they were under his Boys to Men program at his church. If you guys can remember, there were actually 5 boys, but one of the boys was not part of the other group that was suing. Okay, so the 4 that was suing, they all got some money, and I believe there was a gag order that they could not talk about any of the case anymore. However, Santino Kemp did not sign that same gag order, and although I believe he was also paid, he's able to talk a little bit freely about his relationship with Bishop Eddie Long. So Brother Manning wrote a book. And y'all, wait a minute now. The name of the book is First Lady. I was like, boy, that's Santino. Now, if y'all saw him, y'all would know that, yeah, First Lady is probably very appropriate, because Santino Kemp was a very pretty man, very, very feminine. They definitely, his team had to have kept that boy under wraps. There was no way they could have him out. The other boys that Eddie Long was involved with, they all looked like men, okay? They weren't effeminate. They weren't the flamboyant gay or whatever. I'm sure they don't even really look at themselves as gay, but they weren't. But this Santino Kemp, honey, Santino is 100% waving the rainbow flag type gay, okay? Fingernails, long hair, makeup, tight women's clothes, all of that. So Santino, let me get my phone because I want to read you guys a little blurb from his book. Just hold on here. Let me get to it. No, it's supposed to be sounding real, dastardly, and just to make sure that you really want to read the book. And this is what it says here. In this story of love, lust, power, extravagant living, travel, betrayal, deceit, rape, down low homosexual lifestyle, molestation, church corruption, secret societies, suicide attempts, and religion, Santino Kemp gives you an in-depth look into the pain, sorrow, trials, and triumphs of his first 22 years on Earth, and how he ultimately came to be known as his lover's first lady. Y'all know that shit is kind of wrong, right? Damn, that's bad. And that's a book that's, even though that stuff has died down with Eddie Long, yeah, I just know he has to hate that that's coming out. I don't even know what Eddie Long is doing anymore. Any of y'all out there belong to his church and could tell me exactly what's going on with Eddie Long? I know that he stepped down. He's still like the pastor of the church, but he's only pastoring. He's not in the pulpit anymore, and he doesn't come anymore, and all of that. I'm sure they're trying to make sure that they can keep their membership. I know the membership had to have dropped, and I know that they suffered quite a bit with all that stuff that happened. But somebody out there tell me what's going on over there. What's the name of the church? New Birth Academy. No, New Birth, what is it? New Birth, whatever it's called, y'all, just let me know. But yeah, Santino Kemp, first lady, y'all look out for it. It's coming to a store near you. Alright, you guys, let's get to reality talk, since I done been talking forever and used up my whole lunch. I ain't even ate my Zaxby yet. I am hungry and it's freezing cold out here. First of all, let's talk about Love and Hip Hop New York. They have more shit going on off the show than they do on the actual show. Big news, you guys know, is Mendeecees. Okay, Mendeecees, we know about his molestation trial, which is underway right now, and I read some of the script from the transcript from the court case yesterday, and it is very, very, very disturbing, very, very, very bad. It's just bad. Okay, yeah, the girl that he supposedly had raped or molested was 15 years old back when it was happening. Evidently, Santino Mendeecees was with this girl's mother, and the girl and the mother had their relationship was not the best. And while the girl's mother would be at work, the girl and Mendeecees became close. She looked at him as a father figure, and he's a good looking kid, and I'm sure she might have had a small crush on him, and he paid her attention and he listened to her, and so she told him things. He used that to his advantage. This is the case. This is her side of the story, okay? So I'm just giving you guys her side. And he eventually manipulated her into, giving him oral sex and saying that she was better than the mother, and different things. Now, the reason why he was able to get her to do the oral sex is because he had a secret of hers, which is she had been raped when she was 8 years old. She had told the mother this. The mother, in secrecy, just a year or two before, and she did not want the mother to let anybody know. The mother told Mendeecees. So the girl was upset that the mother told her business to Mendeecees, and so already they have this bad relationship. So she kind of was trying to get back at the mother at a certain point. After a while, it wasn't him even trying to force her anymore. It was more now he had to manipulate the girl into hating the mama, and now she's going around fucking with him, kind of trying to get the mother back. Okay, so he's paying her money, $20 here, $20 there, cheap ass blowjob, okay, and making her do all these things, and she would pay him. It even got to the point where her brothers, if they wanted something from Mendeecees, he would be like, go talk to your sister, she know what she gotta do. So the transcripts are horrible. It's just terrible to read, and it just make you look at him and be like, ugh. She said that she didn't know what he did for a living, that he always had a lot of money, but he didn't never go off to work nowhere, and she was just like, I didn't even know that he was with Yandy until the show came on, and all of a sudden he was on there. I mean, he was still living with his girlfriend back in Lodi, if that's how you say it. I don't even know how you say it, but they still thought he was seeing somebody else, okay? So everything is just a mess with that case. On top of the molestation case, he also has his drug case. I mean, evidently he's this big fucking drug pen from 2000 2005, I think they said, all the way to like 2012. Really until he got to with Yandy and I guess, you know, wanted to try to turn legit. But before then, he was, they said, trafficking heroin and cocaine. So I guess they was watching him and you know, yeah, man, DC's got a whole lot of shit with him, okay, and I don't know what Yandy was thinking, but damn, okay, I mean, he fucking babies, and he you know, he's selling drugs, and he's, you know, doing all of this. It's like, girls, this is who you wanted as your man, your father of your baby? That's crazy to me. So we're gonna keep our eye on it. I'm gonna keep on talking about it every week, because that is something that we need to know. Also, on the episode this past week, I got to talk about Jen the Pen and her "I'm white, I'm gonna get on" comment that she made. Yeah. I understand that she was mad. I understand that she was in the heat of the moment. Her and Rocky was arguing. You know, Rocky was pushing her buttons and really trying to make it seem like Jen didn't have a, you know, a real job, a real career to fall back on, and that she wasn't nothing that anybody was interested in, and that people were only interested in Rocky. I understood all of that. Yet and still, for you to pull out the race card and say, "I'm white, I'm gonna always get on." Okay, I'm gonna get on regardless. Don't worry about it. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I know that people always say things about being black, you know, the whole thing, the uproar about Beyonce saying all black women performing at the Super Bowl, you know, it's like you pointing out the fact that you black. It's just certain things that black people can do that white people can't do. Okay, and that's just what it is. I'm sorry. I can call another woman a bitch, but I don't like to hear a man call a woman a bitch, okay? I don't like white people to call black people niggas, but I can say nigga all day. Okay, that's just really how it works out in life. Okay, get over it. You know, I understand that she was upset, but does that make her feel really? Does she really feel like she's entitled because she's white? Jen the Pen has this sense of I should be able to do what I want to do kind of already. Okay, she has that air about herself. You guys were seeing at the very first episode why she was crying because, you know, he wouldn't give her the money, and, you know, she should have the money, and now they're crying over the religion, and, you know, she wants to be able to celebrate church, Christmas and Easter and all of this. The thing that she said, "I'm white," I was like, girl, that is definitely not good. I mean, you got a black man, okay, and you got a black baby. If we really want to keep it real, that baby black. Okay, so y'all tell me what you guys thought about that comment. It just rubbed me totally the wrong way. Jen was already not my favorite, but that one didn't help her out in my book at all. Joe Budden has a CD out called No Love Lost, and I'm thinking about listening to it on iTunes today. Everybody is talking about that. It should be really good. I always heard that Joe Budden was a really talented rapper. I used to love that Pump It Up song back in the day, and I guess he's come out with some mixtapes and stuff over the years or whatever. But this is his first real album since way back in whenever that Pump It Up song came out. You know, Joe Budden and Tahiri, they got some drama too, okay? Because I guess Joe Budden was texting her and asking her out to dinner while his girlfriend Kaylin was in Virginia. I think they said she was hosting a party out in Virginia, and while she was away, Joe Budden supposedly was texting Tahiri to go to dinner. Now, when I read the text, because Tahiri put the text on Twitter, I read the text and I didn't think the text really made it seem like he was really trying to be with her. You know, you could just kind of read it whichever way you took it is how you took it. I didn't really see it that way, but she put it out there. She added Kaylin Garcia to make sure that she saw the text messages as well. Just being sloppy, just being messy. You know, you already know that I really like that little Kaylin girl. I think that she's too young for Joe Budden. I think she's, you know, in over her head with that boy. She seems to love him and want to be with him and all that. So who am I to say who she should and shouldn't be with, right? I didn't know that there was any drama between her and Tahiri, but I see on this next episode that's coming up that they're fighting or something, and you know, obviously Tahiri doesn't have any respect for that girl, and you know, I really do believe that Tahiri wants to be with Joe Budden, or she wants to keep some kind of something going on with him, and I think that he really enjoys it as well. I don't know if he's acting on it or not, but he does like all this attention. So yeah, I feel sorry for the Kaylin girl, okay, because she's a beautiful girl, she's a young girl, she has her whole life ahead of her. She don't need this fucking old ass motherfucking drama between the man and his old bitch, okay? So, you know, Starter Wives, you guys. I don't think I'm gonna be doing that show. I'm gonna have to watch it one more episode just to make sure. I looked at it and I really tried it. I really tried to like it. I tried, you guys. I tried it. Couldn't get with it. I was just like, now we gonna be talking. You know, I have a problem with Lamar Odom's ex, you know, crying and being upset about the baby's death, which is very understandable, but I don't understand why she never discussed it with Lamar and why they never talked about it. However, you can come on national television and share these deep personal feelings with the rest of the world. I don't get that. It doesn't make sense to me. And if it's put your entire life on hold, all the stuff that went on with Lamar Odom and Chloe and everything, I understand it was devastating and she probably felt like her whole world was crushed. But damn, how many years has it been now? Like, I'm not saying that she should be over their baby's death in no way. That part I understand. But I'm saying this whole thing about you not being able to see nobody, you ain't dating nobody, you ain't fucking nobody, you ain't did nothing, you just sit up here pining away. Of course your life is not gonna go on if you're gonna be on looking at everywhere you look. They're on the TV, they're on the magazines, girl. You better get it together, honey. That ain't going away no time soon, okay? Because even if they break up, then it's gonna be drama with the two of them. So you need to just move on with your life, okay? And Flex, what's the man's name? Flex's wife. She messy. Just to be messy. She reminds me of Nikki on R&B Divas. Just starting shit for no reason. Don't like her, okay? The other one, Mano's wife, why she look like this? I'm like scared because, you know, when she talks, she's like, you know, she's smiling. Her eyes is real big, but I can't tell if she mad or if she's smiling. I was like, what? You know, DMX's wife, we've heard her story a million times. She's been on a million reality shows. And the only one I was really looking forward to seeing was 50's wife or ex-girlfriend, baby mama, whatever you want to call her. And she got shut down. Shaniqua Thomas will not be on Starter Wives. He was just like, hell no. Okay, you signed a confidentiality agreement back in the day. And now you can't say nothing. So women, I need you guys to make a decision on which is more important to you. Okay, the money or being able to get your story out. Okay, if you want to be able to tell what happened in your life and be able to say what's what, then you should not sign a confidentiality agreement and you should not take the money. Okay, but the thing is the money is big and you need it, but then they have control over your voice, have control over what you can say, what you can do. We've seen it with her. We've seen it with you know, different basketball players on these, you know, their wives try to go on these reality shows. They will shut the shit down. So yeah, you got to think about what you sign, you know, before you sign it. I don't know if I'm doing that show though. That's all I got to say, y'all. I got to watch one more episode to make sure. American Idol, I have been watching it on demand on the weekends. And you guys, you know, everybody's kind of going on and on about Nicki Minaj shouldn't be there and everything. Nicki Minaj actually adds some entertainment to that show. Now, I know you guys are going to be upset with me saying that, but really, you guys, Mariah Carey, I love Mariah Carey. I believe she is one of the greatest that we've had. But she's boring. She's blah, you know, she's real low-key. She's Quaalude out, kind of like Kim on Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know, she's just, everything is real dark and deep and, you know, darling, and it was great, and, you know, she doesn't really, is nothing extra to Mariah. Okay, when you see her on stage when she sings, there's nothing extra to Mariah, and she doesn't have to, because she has the voice, she has a talent. All you will sit there and watch her just stand there and sing. Okay, other people got to be dancing and jumping around and doing all this extra. Mariah doesn't have to do that. However, as a TV show, I don't want to sit there and just look at Mariah sit at the desk and just look like she ain't, you know, she got other things to do. Nicki Minaj, she adds to the show, whether we like it or not. Now, she do be doing a whole lot. You know, she wants to talk to everybody. She wants to lecture everybody. She wants to tell everybody how much they're a superstar and how she believes them and this and that and the other. And it just be like, all right, girl, then all right, we understand. Now, what else? But I think that she's okay on the show. She's got as much a right to be there as anybody else has been. I mean, we had Paula Abdul, you guys, who was not a talented singer, and we've had J-Lo on there, who was not really a talented singer. Okay, so now we've got a girl on there who is not a talented singer. She's a rapper. Okay, so J-Lo was more known for her dancing, and Paula Abdul was better known for her dancing as well. So It is what it is, y'all. I'm just trying to tell you that that's how I feel about it. They're in Hollywood now, I understand, and then, you know, pretty soon we're gonna be starting on with the for real competition. But yeah, you guys check out American Idol. It's not too bad. I don't think it's all that bad. Nikki didn't get nominated for a Grammy though, and Nikki feels like it's some conspiracy behind her not being nominated. I kind of feel like that's the truth. I feel like, you know, she burned a lot of bridges when she went there with Mariah Carey. You know, Mariah Carey is a big person in the music industry. Okay, fuck, she was married to Tommy Mottola. Okay, so, you know, she has that power. And even if she hasn't said anything about what they want, you know, what she wants them to do, whoever them are, to Nicki Minaj, them have already decided that they are not going to really do too much for this girl right now. Okay, so that's probably why she ain't got no damn Grammy nomination, as along with the fact that the album was fucking terrible. It was not Grammy worthy at all, but really nobody's album is all that great right now. So, you know, I don't see why she couldn't have been up in there with anybody else, because, you know, these CDs today, honey, this shit is a mess. I was listening to fucking, I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, like the fuck, I got a fucking problem. I'm thinking that's 2 Chainz song. Okay, my son is like, no, that's A$AP Rocky song. I said, huh? I said, but isn't that 2 Chainz and Drake singing on the song? And he was like, yeah, that's 2 Chainz and Drake singing just the hook, but they not in the actual song. And I'm just like, see, that's what the fucking what's wrong with these CDs today? What's wrong with these damn artists today? Nobody has a CD of their own. Nobody has their own thing. I don't know who, everybody is on everybody else's shit, okay? I can't figure out who's what no more. Everybody sound alike. Everybody, y'all. Anyway, don't get me started. But yeah. So Nicki Minaj, no Grammy nomination. Better luck next year. Ooh, you guys, it is freezing cold. I ain't got no shoes on. My feet are frozen. I should have kept the heater running while I was doing this video. Anyway, you guys, we do this every week. All right. So make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.